This is it, Pansit! Hi everyone! Samfunnskunnskap Prøve, or the social studies for adult immigrants test here in Norway. So May 8th is my schedule for the test. Just to remind you also, today is liberation of Norway from the occupation of Germany and also the end of World War II. So, free na tayo, di ba? Free na tayo lahat from the war. Also felt free from the test anxiety. The Samfunnskunnskap Prøve, or the social studies test, is one of the requirements if you wish to become a Norwegian citizen. For the test, you can take it in your own language. Ideally, you have to at least have, let's say, B1 level of Norwegian, because the terms that are used in the Samfunnskunnskap or social studies are, you're gonna hear words like ytringsfrihet, freedom of speech. What are the do's and don'ts? Be on time, or at least 15 minutes before the test. No cell phone, no papers and ball pens allowed, which means you cannot bring your own, but you can request for a paper if you want to, just write something, or you can also request for a pen. Walang maingay, bawal ang cheating. My observation is that testing room were like less than 20 from Syria, from Eritrea, from Thai, from Taiwan, from Ukraine, and then ako from the Philippines. You can choose which language do you want to take the test. So in my case, I opted for Norwegian because even if you take the test like in English or your own language like Filipino, once you applied for citizenship, they would require you that the test that you have must be in Norwegian. Instead of taking twice, then kung papasa ka naman ng first time, diba? Then why not? So might as well take it in a Norwegian language, which is bokmål, kasi yun ang pinag-aaralan namin. You have to have an ID. So either passport or your residential card, any legit, official ID that has your picture and that has your name. Brukenhaven, which is your username, start from VOX, and then there's a certain number and then the passcode. Until everybody is finished logging in, pinapunta naman kami dun sa page na we can choose the language that we want. So, after nun, so in-check muna lahat, and then, nung sinabing start, dun kami sabay-sabay na kinlik yung start, and then dun na nag-start yung test, which ran for 1 hour. Questions are actually easy. Basically, the questions are just logical. Like, for example, what does it mean when you said about freedom of speech? Right? I mean, everybody can understand that. But the choices are confusing. At the same time, may mga words na if, like, hindi ka pa aware dun sa word na yon, or hindi pa nabasa, and like your level is not that high when it comes to Norwegian language, dun ka maluloko ka, diba? Of course, there are some questions about dates, pero konti lang. Like when did it happen, or how many percent is this, how many people are these, yun lang, nakakaloka. So like my first question was like, what was the subject that is being taught during 18th century? The choices are like Christianity, what's this, practice ferdighet, which is practical things, and then mathematics. What does it mean when you say about freedom of speech? Everyone is entitled for his own opinion. Ganon. Kasi yun ang choices. And then the other choices like, you can say racist, ganon. So, parang, hindi naman, di ba? When is the Labor Day? So, makita mo doon, March 8, May 1, di ba? Tapos, the other is May 17. People living in Norway who are born outside Norway or who has parents that is not Norwegian, you know. So how many percent? Is it 31%? Is it 18%? Is it 8%? One question also. This is why it helps that at least you have a higher level of Norwegian, because the question is something like vad betyr, or what does it mean when you say racisme paragrafen, something like that. And the choices like obesite, obesite, obesite. A, obesite majoritet, obesite minoritet, obesite rasister. Vad betyr å ha et leilighet i en borettslag, something like that. So I know the word leilighet, but the borettslag, I'm not sure. So I'm mainly focused on the leilighet. And then the choices that, does it mean that you have one unit in the borettslag, or does it mean you don't need to pay house rent, or does it mean that you live with other people in one unit? After 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna have a letter to the post box regarding the result. So that's what I'm hoping. Well, if I can make it and the first time, wow, that's lucky, diba? And it also would mean that if I can make it, then you can make it also. You can check the Samfunnskunnskap.no website, and you can choose the language that you can understand, and you can start reading about Norway, about the society of Norway, about the rights, about the taxes, about the salary, about education, about religion, about the freedom of speech here. So at least you get an idea. So when you get to the class, it would be easier for you to understand, and you know, repetition, and you would learn the information by heart. And then when you get the test, then you're ready for it.